Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm back again, and it's once again time to open up a box from Retro Game Treasure. What's inside this month's box? Let's find out. So if you're not familiar, Retro Game Treasure is one of those monthly subscription box services. You send them money, they send you games, a cool Link to the Past treasure chest looking box, and it's 3 to 5 games for the one price. They have a great checklist system for games you're looking for, also games you already have. They do an excellent job as long as you're good about updating your checklist. They won't send you any doubles. They update on their end too for the games they send you, which is pretty darn cool. And let's just dig right into this. Here's some packing material. They've got 3 games in this box this month, and I'm going to kick things off with the, I don't know, the most questionable of the 3, because the other 2 are probably pretty decent. But this one is a Genesis fighter known as Deadly Moves. Got that in focus? Yeah, I'm using my digital camcorder instead of my DSLR this time around so I can do some autofocus. This camera's better in lower light, and down here in the basement you don't get as good a light. Alright, so that's Deadly Moves. Next up is a Famicom game, which I'm going to spoil something from my next regular pickups video, and that is that I've actually recently picked up the NES version of this game, amusingly enough, and that is Dragon Quest II. You know, we got it here in the West as Dragon Warrior 2. I don't think there's, a bunch of crazy changes from one to the next, except for the language. And third and final game in the box this time around is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past with Four Swords Adventures, or whatever it's called, just Four Swords. Not really one into the Four Swords games, I don't really dig the multiplayer type stuff, but Link to the Past is a freaking great game. It's one of my favorites, and this version is a very faithful port. They did a great job putting this on the little tiny screen. The only thing that's a little questionable about it is the fact that they sampled the audio from Ocarina of Time, where Link is going, yeah, and swinging the sword, and that gets a little bit annoying in Link to the Past. But otherwise, still, it's Link to the Past, come on. Just, if you have to, mute it, and, I don't know, pull up the soundtrack on YouTube or something like that. I don't know. Alright, so recap: 3 games, Genesis game, GBA game, and Famicom game. They've been sending me some really interesting Famicom games in this box. Almost every month they've seemed to be giving me one, and I am definitely not complaining. Famicom games are neat, even if I don't understand, but I can always patch these things with Retron 5 or Retro Freak. Deadly Moves. This is one of those things, everybody was porting a fighter or making a fighter, and they weren't always good. Fighters were kind of like some of the shovelware to a point in the 90s, because everybody was throwing them on. Some of them were actually decent, but this, I think, falls in the same category as Slaughter Sport, or that one Mech one that one of these boxes sent me a complete copy of, or the port of Time Killers, where this is more of the crap variety. In fact, somebody should do a worst Genesis Fighters top 5 one of these days. Hey, I know somebody who likes to do top 5s. I haven't done one in a very long time. So, all in all, I think this box gets a thumbs up. Hope you think so too. As always, I'm going to put the value right here. And, okay, not sure about breaking even. Probably if you factor in shipping, it would become close, so not too bad. if memory and just my own understanding of what things go for usually is as good as I think it is. So there you have it. That was this month's Retro Game Treasure. As I said before, I probably won't be making videos quite as often for the next, like, let's say, month or two. Just trying to get some stuff in order and just preparing myself. I had a hell of a week this past week. Work was nuts. I was a little bit under the weather on top of that. So that's behind us. Just gonna get myself in gear and moving forward. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.